Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine Avatarvaristhaya Ramakrishna te namah Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, the embodiment of all gods and goddesses, the Supreme God Incarnate, who led us into spiritual path, who removed all ignorance and who lighted the lamp of knowledge, who practiced spirituality in his own life and made all religions to come together, who preached harmony amongst all religions, who integrated all religions. All religions were activized in the true spirit. May we invoke his blessings to make our life fulfilled. Today's topic, Holy Mother, the ideal of love. Love is very precious. Any body can be transformed through the magic touch of love. There is nothing that is impossible for love. Even the most wicked person on this earth can be transformed into a most pious being through the magic touch of love. So we find in the lives of holy people how they have demonstrated this most wonderful fact, giving hope to all the people giving assurance, accepting one and all, showering blessings of love and affection. No other teaching is required. There is no need to give sermons. There is no need to read volumes of books to get oneself transformed. It is just the touch of love enough for getting into most sublime heights of spirituality. It is very easy to understand anything through love. It is understandable, it is experienceable, that through love you can make God come towards you. God is attracted towards you through love. You can't satisfy God by any means. If you just cultivate real love, that means you have got everything, whatever you want in this world. Whatever you want will be granted if only you could cherish real love. We can understand the significance of this most wonderful quality of love in the life of Holy Mother, Sri Sharada Devi, who is here on the left side of Sri Ramakrishna, who is called Holy Mother, the personification of love and kindness, affection towards everybody. Anybody on this earth could come to Holy Mother in any form, any way. Mother is Mother. So she accepted that tremendous responsibility of being Mother. Is it so easy to be a mother? You must have this wonderful quality of love. Then only you are well qualified to be a mother. Otherwise not. It's only to develop that instinct of love. You have been given an opportunity to become a mother. It is the sublime way of expressing our human sentiment. And herein you find Sri Sharada Devi accepting everybody, whoever comes to her. She was ready to give anything the child wanted. Is it not remarkable? She was not declaring herself as the goddess of the universe. No. She did not distance herself from the people. As if she was most important from the point of view of the people, and she will not be available to each and every one at any time and every time. She was not like that. When people would be coming towards her home in the village, if she saw them coming from a distance, she herself would come out of the home to receive them. To receive them. What a tremendous expression of love. Even at the first sight, people would be conquered. People would be charmed by her wonderful magic touch of love. It is as if she has come in this human form of Sri Sharda Devi to make people realize the most wonderful value of love. The more we understand this remarkable quality of love in Holy Mother, the more we come to know about her divinity. Then only we will be able to realize what exactly divinity means. The first person who really recognized the greatness of Holy Mother was none other than Sri Ramakrishna himself. Even though she could give love to as many people as possible, yet her eternal spring of love remained unexhausted as before. It was always full. There is no question of exhausting the love. The more the love goes towards people, the more it will be filled up again. That is, Sri Sharda Devi has shown in her life the infinite love. Sister Nivedita, one of the great foreign disciples of Swami Vivekananda, who dedicated her life for the welfare of India. She wrote to the Holy Mother from Cambridge in America. She wrote in that letter, "This morning, early, I went to church. All the people there were thinking of Mary, the mother of Jesus. And suddenly I thought of you." Nivedita is writing to Holy Mother. "Your dear face and your loving look and your white saree and your bracelets, it was all there Dear mother, you are full of love. And it is not a flushed form of love. It is not violent like ours and like the world's, but a gentle peace that brings good to everyone and wishes ill to none. It is a golden radiance full of play. This combination of gentleness, dignity, purity, and selfless love gave the Holy Mother, Sri Sharda Devi, that supreme grace. Even by looking at her, you will be receiving her grace in numerous ways. The most dominant nature of her character and personality was her unique mother's love and concern for one and all. Mother's love for her children. Who can understand it but mother? It is the sweetest of all human relationships. It is all embracing. There is no display of partisanship. There is no display of preference or hierarchy. Holy Mother was a mother to all who came to her. May it be a man or woman, may it be a child. This motherly affection of Holy Mother was limitless. Let us take a case study. A certain woman used to come to Dakshineshwar for some time. Whenever she came, she used to help Holy Mother in her work. She came to see Mother more often because she began to like her. She was completely attracted towards her remarkable simplicity and modesty. Holy Mother was carrying food every day from her room to Sri Ramakrishna's room. She would prepare the food and carry the food to Sri Ramakrishna's room. She performed this duty with scrupulous care and with utmost affection. In those days, Sri Ramakrishna was very particular about the purity of food. All sorts of pollutions are there. Suppose you go to a restaurant, it may be very tasty to the tongue, but it has got its bad effects too. Ahara dosha. If you are practicing spirituality in a rigorous way, you should immediately stop taking food in the restaurant because it has got pollution. The food is prepared by people whose mind may not be clean. The articles of food which are used in the preparation may not be clean. The plate on which you take the food may not be thoroughly cleaned. The air, the environment, the association of people by whose side you will be sitting may not be quite pure enough. All these have effect upon the spiritual personality of a person. So, when it comes to the practice of spiritual life, you have been asked not to touch anything anywhere outside. If you have to have the vision of God, this life itself, if you want to enjoy that supreme bliss of peace and joy, you will have to take all these steps without any compromise. You will have to prepare your own food. Everything has to be done by your own. Sri Ramakrishna himself did like that. He would not even take the prasadam of the Dakshineshwar temple, the consecrated food, even that he would not take when he was practicing spiritual life. So such rigorous disciplining of the mind is required. It is not so easy to get rid of all the impurities of the mind just at one stroke. It is a thorough cleaning process. Religion is nothing but that. How many people do really understand religion that way? Do you think religion simply means going to the temple or church or hearing some sermon or making some demonstration in the street, claiming your rights? Is it the display of religion that is the value of religion? No. Religion has nothing to do with all this nonsense. It's all your inner life, inner core. The strength of a religious person depends upon his inner personality, not by his outside garb. He may have worn the most costliest cloth on his human body, but inside his mind, if he is dirty, what's the use of that? He's covering the filth by a linen. That's all. Now, so, Sri Ramakrishna, the personification of purity. You can imagine how he was very touchy about that point. So he was very careful about that. He could not even touch a tumbler of water given by a person whose mind was polluted. Sri Ramakrishna had to pass through all these stages. And that was the period when Sri Ramakrishna was giving most attention to that aspect of purity. And Holy Mother could take food to him because she was thoroughly purified person. One day, she was carrying the plate of food for Sri Ramakrishna. She was just walking along towards the room of Sri Ramakrishna. This lady who used to come every day, she came at that point of time. Immediately she insisted, Holy Mother, that she should give that plate to her so that she might carry the food to Sri Ramakrishna. In her heart of hearts, Holy Mother did not want that to be done. Because that lady was not that kind of high quality purified person. But Holy Mother, I have told you in the beginning, the personification of love and affection. She could not stand the implorations of that lady. She handed over the food plate to her. And she carried that food plate to Sri Ramakrishna. What was the result? That day Sri Ramakrishna could not take food. Then he told Holy Mother, please don't allow anybody to take the food like that. Why do you allow people to touch this food which will be given to me? Particularly, Sri Ramakrishna was referring to this particular lady who brought that food. As soon as a person would come to him, he would know both inside and outside of that personality thoroughly well. There is no need for any introduction. He knew everything. Even before talking. Even if he sees a person from a distance, he would know who is that person, what is his biodata in his life and in his previous lives. Everything he knew, he would come to know. So, Sri Ramakrishna is telling Holy Mother, look, you have given this plate to her. That lady's character was not so good. It was almost a command from the Holy Mother, from Sri Ramakrishna. It was almost a command from Sri Ramakrishna to Holy Mother. But the loving heart of Mother in Sharda Devi replied back, well, Master, if someone addresses me as Mother and asks for something, how can I deny it? If I deny it, how can I be a mother at all anymore? Sri Ramakrishna smiled and acknowledged the greatness of her motherly love and affection. Her unique motherly love even refused to see the defects in her children. It was not a botheration at all to her. It is quite natural for a child to become dirty. How can you expect a child to be all spick and span? It is a duty of the mother to wash the baby and take care of her and make it clean, and all sorts of things must be done by the mother. It is given to mother to do that job. So she would say, if my child gets covered with mud or dust, is it not my duty to cleanse him and take him on my lap? She was a loving mother to all her children, young and old, men or women, good or bad, and whoever they were, without any consideration of caste, creed, color, or even suitability. Holy Mother ministered to the spiritual needs of thousands of seekers of God. She was always ready to help the struggling souls. She would always show the light of knowledge to them. At times, even while on journey, she would initiate people on roadsides, and all that with what wonderful insight and vision of the individual needs of the aspirants. Noticing this wonderful sport of divine power in the Holy Mother, Swami Premanand, one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, whose portrait is there on this chapel on the back side, he remarked, who has understood Sri Sharda Devi? Who can understand her? Victory to Mother, the power incarnate. Don't you see how many are rushing to be blessed by her? We are sending to the Holy Mother the poison we couldn't ourselves take. She is giving refuge to everybody, accepting the sins of everyone and digesting them. Holy Mother is a spring of love. She once said, I give initiation out of compassion. They don't leave me, they weep and weep. This moves my heart. Otherwise, what do I gain? I have to take upon myself the sins of those whom I initiate. I say to myself, this body will die someday, but let them be awakened. During the last part of her life, she was physically weak. Still, she used to meditate for hours in the nights and pray for those who neglected their own spiritual disciplines. People are careless. utterly careless, shabby, highly indifferent and indisciplined. Seeing her physical suffering, one of her devotees requested her to stop initiating people anymore. Holy Mother replied, "But why? Sri Ramakrishna never asked me not to do so. There were some devotees who were terribly afraid of their sins, of their crimes. Holy Mother would say to such people, don't fear, my child. Don't fear. Always remember that the Master is behind you." She is referring to Sri Ramakrishna. "And I am always with you," referring to herself. As long as you remember me as your mother, why should you be frightened? The Master said to me, "In the end, I shall certainly liberate those who come to you." That is Sri Ramakrishna's words to Holy Mother. Whomsoever Holy Mother has accepted will all be liberated by Sri Ramakrishna without any question. A devotee asked the Holy Mother, "Mother, how can I have a perfectly pure heart and love for God?" Holy Mother replied, "All in good time. Now that you have taken refuge with the Master, everything will come to pass. You must pray to the Master." Once, Swami Vishuddhanand, one of the presidents of our Ramakrishna order, and two of his brother disciples received ochre robes and blessings from Holy Mother. She prayed to Sri Ramakrishna, "O Lord, protect these children in their sannyas. On hills, mountains, forests, wherever they may be, grant them a few morsels of food." The Master was a perfect image of tenderness, and so too Mother was a perfect image of gentleness, tenderness, modesty, simplicity and purity. Highest spiritual knowledge and realization were like fruits in her palm. But above all, she was a mother. This is her supreme manifestation of love. There is another incident. Swami Yatishwaranandaji, the author of Meditation and Spiritual Life, during his pre-monastic days, he used to come to Belur Math, the headquarters of Sri Ramakrishna Mission, And he would talk with direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. He was happy and fortunate to be associated with Swami Brahmanandaji. So, on account of his contact with these men of spirituality, his spiritual aspirations were kindled. He was preparing himself to join the monastic life. Once, after the weekend, he was about to return to Calcutta on Monday. Weekends he would spend his time in Belur Math. Unlike others, people, when the weekends come, they want to visit their friends. They want to do all sorts of other things. Even the weekend is not possible for them to spare for spiritual activities. Anyway, it all depends upon what they really want. And this particular young man would not go anywhere during weekends. He would always come to Belur Math, spend the time with holy people, and then go on Monday. So like that, this time also he has come and he was preparing himself to return back on Monday. But then one of the Swamijis, they called him, well, please take these vegetables which are grown in our own garden here, Belur Math. Please take them to Holy Mother. She is at Udbodhan. Go and give them to her. So, the opportunity was given to him to see Holy Mother for the first time. He had not seen her. He didn't know anything about her. So he went to Udbodhan, went upstairs and entered the shrine room. There the Holy Mother was sitting alone, without her veil. Generally she would cover her face with veil, but that day it so happened she didn't have the veil. She had just finished her daily worship, and Yatishwaranji was so blessed that he could see her face radiating an inexpressible sublimity, compassion and bliss. He was in raptures to see Holy Mother. What a fine personality. And he said, looking at the Holy Mother, he remarked, it was indeed a divine face. Entirely different from what one sees ordinarily in mortals. Swami Yatishwananda was introduced to Holy Mother by somebody. They said to Holy Mother that Yatishwarananda was an aspirant for the monastic order. When she heard that, she was greatly pleased. She blessed him, putting her hand on his head. This touch had tremendous effect on him. Yatishwarananda felt immensely the power of her unfailing love and blessings. He was for a moment in ecstasy. Such was a profound impression on his mind that whenever he thought of the Holy Mother, he felt that the blessed hand of hers was still on his head, and he wished and prayed that she might ever keep him and others under her motherly loving protection and guidance. I had a rare opportunity, and I am very fortunate to be with Swami Chidananda for at least 6 years when he was in Bangalore as the president of that ashram. Later he became the vice president, and finally he was elected to become the president of the Ramakrishna Mission. In fact, I was drawn to this monastic order by Swami Chidananda. I saw him every day. Yatishwanji used to call that rock Holy Mother's Rock. Even now anybody going to Bangalore can see that. A portrait of Holy Mother was kept there. Every day Yatishwanji would go there, offer salutations, offer incense sticks, lamp, etc., flowers. And whenever he would go to Holy Mother, he would take me also. Please come. You also come. And sometimes he would ask me to offer flowers and incense sticks to Holy Mother. It is as if to request Holy Mother to bless me in this monastic life. I felt that way. And really I feel I have been blessed. I became the Pujari of Sri Ramakrishna in Bangalore ashram for 3 years in my monastic period, formative period. All those 3 years, every day I would go to Holy Mother's Rock, offer worship, offer incense sticks, and pray for her blessings. Holy Mother was a mighty spiritual teacher who could transform the most morally degraded and evil-minded by her tremendous power of love and blessings. She said, referring to some of the people coming to her, several among those who come here are up to anything in life. No type of sin has been left undone by them. But when they come here and address me as Mother, I forget everything. And they get more than they deserve. Once a lady came to Holy Mother. She repented of her evil life. But Holy Mother removed all her depression. She comforted her through her loving words. She said that she would be washed away of all her sinful tendencies. She asked her not to worry about those things anymore. She asked that lady to go and take bath in the river and come for initiation. And Holy Mother gave that lady divine mantra and inspired her to live a spiritual life. Here we get a glimpse of the mighty heart of the mother, the divine grace which makes impure pure, ignorant enlightened, and the bound free. Everything is possible through love. Everything is possible. No occult power is required for that. Just genuine form of love is enough to do most wonders in this world. Holy Mother was aware of her cosmic divine nature and power. She said, I am as much the mother of the good as of the bad. With her deep spiritual introspection, she saw the essential spiritual core of everyone and refused to see their superficial defects. One day, Golapma, one of the devotees, was scolding a maid servant. Holy Mother, hearing that noise, she came and asked her the reason for it. Why? Why are you scolding her? Golapma replied, Mother, what's the good of telling you? You can't see the defects of others. To this the Holy Mother replied, well, Golap, there is no want of people to see the faults of others. The world will not come to a standstill if I am otherwise. It is in this uplifting strain that the mother spoke only a few words before her passing away to a devotee. If you want peace of mind, don't find fault with others. Rather see your own faults. Learn to make the whole world your own. No one is a stranger, my child. This whole world is your own. This was her significant instruction to us all ignorant mortals. Let us remember that not by entertaining a spirit of fault, finding, but by cultivating a divine love for our fellow beings, that we can hope to find peace for ourselves and for the world. No matter who the sufferer was, her heart would go out spontaneously to the victim of suffering. So there are many incidents in her life which demonstrate her wonderful quality of love and blessings. Let us try to study her life and teachings and get enough of assurance from her words and try to live life of purity. With these words, I conclude my talk, Holy Mother, the ideal of love, by chanting the verse on Holy Mother. Prasida matar vinayena yache nityam bhavasnehavati suteshu premaika bindum chiradagda chitte vishincha chittam kurunas sushantam. Be loving and gracing to thy children, O Mother. We humbly beseech, sprinkle in our hearts, arid, a drop of love to enjoy peace. Thank you. I want to inform you about the historic event which would be forthcoming, namely the installation and dedication of Swami Vivekananda statue. The historic event of installing a statue of Swami Vivekananda in the city of Chicago has been tentatively scheduled for Saturday, May 11th, 1996. The statue installation is intended to be the central event in a festival of India, which will be held May 10th through 12th. Construction of the statue is already underway at G. Paul and Sons, the renowned Calcutta sculptors, and is expected to be completed in March. It will then be airlifted to Chicago. The bronze statue will be 10 feet 4 inches in height and will show Swami Vivekananda in a standing posture. The Festival of India will feature numerous religious and cultural events. We are inviting the heads of many of our centers as well as Swamijis from Ramakrishna Mission, India, to join us for the occasion. They will participate in the religious interdialogue conferences along with delegates from other faiths. Different groups and individuals are hereby invited to participate in this celebration in great numbers to ensure the grand success of the installation ceremony. Please let us know by what means you will be able to participate in the program. Details of the program will be given in the newsletter as they develop. So we are all preparing for this most historic event. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. May the Divine Spirit protect us, guide us, give us strength and right understanding. May we not hate one another. May love and harmony be with us all. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.